Hey, I'm Teddy Swims, and I'm hanging with Rob on Front Row Live.
What's up, guys? Rob here, Front Row Live Entertainment. I am reunited with Teddy Swims, and you've had quite the last couple years, man. You've been busy, and I'm so excited for you. I'm excited that more people are getting to listen to your music. We're here at Jingle Ball today. You're performing at the Village. What does that mean for you?
I mean, super excited to be here, man. I'm grateful. I just get to do the best job in the world with my best pals, and happy to be back in LA. Slept in my bed for the first time in so long. Like a little bit this morning even.
Nice.
So that was just to die for. I almost couldn't get up, bro. I could not get up. I haven't been in my bed in probably 6 months, so I'm so happy. It just feels so good to be in your own bed, you know what I mean? Happy to be home, man.
Now talk to me about performing at a stage like this, Jingle Ball. Usually a lot of the artists that perform here eventually end up in the main stage as well. So for you, when you first found out that you were going to perform at Village, what did that, like, was that exciting for you, and are you excited about the artists that are also on the bill?
I'm absolutely thrilled, man. Again, I'm so honored. I feel like everything I put work into is really paying out, and it turns out what you're seeking is seeking you. You know what I mean? And so I'm just fulfilled, man. Fulfilled is the word I'm looking for. Just absolutely fulfilled.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's been a busy couple years. You got the debut album that's out, and then you also dropped this new version of your single with Maren Morris. So people are, like, bigger artists as well are wanting to collaborate with you also. They're discovering that voice that you have. How did this collaboration come about with Maren?
Well, when we had written the song originally, we wanted to do I thought it would be just a better duet, and I've always been just a massive, massive, massive fan of her.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not be, Maren Morris? And so, we flew into Nashville one day, and we did a live video for it, and finally got to meet in person, because so many collaborations now, it's kind of crazy. You like collaborate with somebody and just talk to them over Zoom or something,
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't until we actually filmed it that we met in person. And when we played in Nashville on this last tour, we did a couple shows at the Ryman, and she came out and sang with me too, and on stage, and the crowd just lost it, of course, and she's just absolute beautiful person, and very, very grateful to just call her dear friend now, and and I'll just from a fan to a friend, you know what I mean? And it's just, again, fulfilled is the word, you know what I mean? I couldn't be more thrilled, man.
That's amazing. What kind of impact does those opportunities where when you get to collaborate with different genres, different artists, how does that impact your writing process?
I think as far as the writing part goes, I just think whatever's honest to the emotion, and whoever I can speak something, that emotion honestly with. I don't think it's ever to me about like the genre or I think whatever the emotion is and whatever the emotion needs to portray, then that's the way the song is going to come out and should be. I think the song's number one. The songs are, as I always say, the song's the most important member in the band. You know what I mean? And so as long as the emotion's there, I don't think we ever say anything new. I think it's everything's been said, but it's I always say it like this: it's like the difference between saying "I love you" versus "I love you." And then
gotta feel it.
Yeah, and you gotta. So as long as you could just say it correctly, and I mean, I think there's a certain set of words said in a certain way at a certain time that can heal any situation that's going on the planet. And I generally believe that. So I just hope I can find them. You know what I mean?
Now, when it comes to emotions, this song is very personal for you. How different is it when you're writing something that's so personal, something so vulnerable to yourself?
Man, it's very tough. I don't think I've actually figured out how to sing it without crying yet on stage either. But it gave me a lot of closure, or maybe not closure, acceptance. And I think that's the hardest thing about closure for me with that song in general. Some things I'll never know. It's a song about acceptance, and you go through, whether it's significant others or friends, people walk out of your life and they leave your life, and you're just left there to kind of reconcile within yourself why that would happen, or why that they would think their life would be better off without you, or and they don't give you any closure, and you never get closure, and you never get to reach out to them and say what happened, what went wrong, and so that acceptance of losing someone dear to you is that's always going to be a hard thing to accept. It's a hard thing to swallow, but I'm very grateful that I have a job where I could just trauma dump on strangers all the time. I say that all the time. I'm like, thank you for letting me just cry to a bunch of people every day, and they just are there for me like, we love you. It's okay. You'll get through this, and I'm just grateful for my family and my friends and my fans, and it's a good day to be us, man.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. The year's about to end. Hopefully you finally get a little break. I know you just came back to your bed, but hopefully you get to spend some time there for a little bit. When it comes to the holidays, what's a favorite moment for you that you've like experienced growing up, or a tradition that you go through?
So when I get back to Georgia, me and my mom's, so my best friend, who's my guitarist, Jesse, he's been my best bud since 6th grade. When I was in high school, we played in this musical Rent together.
Yeah.
And he played my best friend Mark, and I played Roger. And so every year, me and my mother on Christmas, we watched that musical, the Broadway performance of it, and snuggle up and just turn on Rent. I mean, I could sing every part to every character. I know that whole show. I could play every character in that show, and so that's always my best tradition with my mother is watching Rent. It's just it's the best.
That's amazing, man. Well, Teddy, it's so good to see you again. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys be sure to check out Teddy Swims. New music is out now. Debut album is out now, and thanks so much for hanging out with me, man. I
Hey, you
appreciate
know
that.
it, baby. Good to see you, bro.
Likewise.